Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be going over an SPS haul I did a couple weeks ago. They're doing very well and I'm super excited to share it with you. I'm predominantly an LPS tank. I do have some softies, mostly Zoas, and the odd easy to keep SPS coral. I started to venture into the SPS world about a year ago when my rock work was looking very uneven. I pretty much didn't have any corals at the top and the middle to bottom were starting to fill up. I did attempt to place some LPS in the top part of the tank, but they were all bleaching out. So I had no choice but to start to get into SPS in order to make my mixed reef look more full. And I'm happy to say that they've been doing very well over the last year. Also, my tank is now hit about the 1.5 year mark. So the system is much more stable, and the SPS, as well as every other coral, the SPS have been growing very well into mini colonies. So I took the leap and I bought over 25 SPS corals off of a local seller, higher end corals, and I brought them home. I dipped them, removed them from their frag plugs, which we'll be going over in this video. A lot of them did break off into two smaller frags. They've been basing out onto the new frag plugs that I put them on. They are just growing out right now in the frag tank in the basement while I figure out what I'm going to do with them, which corals I want to bring into the main display. All right, so let's get into it. I start off by using Revive Coral Dip. I'll be adding it to the bucket that I transported the corals in. I'll mix it in thoroughly and let the corals sit in the Revive solution for the next 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm prepping another solution. This bowl will have salt water as well as Seachem Reef Dip, which is an iodine complex that helps protect the slime coat of the corals. I'm mixing that in until it looks like a light yellow tea color. I'm also adding the Brightwell Frag Recover Coral Dip, which is a herbal supplement I've heard good reviews from. This solution is now ready for me to transfer corals into. This process is going to take quite some time for me to clean and remove the plugs off all 25 plus corals. As you can see here, I've started removing it and flattening out the base of the frags. This process took me quite a few hours, which I'll be speeding up into a couple minutes for you. As you can see, there are going to be corals where I have sacrificed a lot of the growth on the frag plug. I know that this is tough when you're a new hobbyist to sacrifice any growth from a frag, but when you think about the pests that could be transferred on the frag plugs, it's best to just remove them. As you can see here, there are some Asterina starfish underneath the frag plugs. Noticed it on a few instances, and it's not something I'm interested in introducing to my aquarium. So I went through all of the corals, removed the frag plugs, flattened them out, cleaned them, and yes, many of them broke into 2 frags. I think one of them even broke into 3. They are a lot smaller now. Some of them are even a 1/4 inch, but I've had some great success with 1/4 inch frags. So I have hope, and I'm just putting them on new frag plugs. This is just my continued process of cleaning all the corals up until they're in a spot where I can start putting them on new frag plugs. This is the end result, nice clean corals. I've decided to put these corals on new frag plugs because I haven't found a permanent spot for most of them in my main display. I plan on having them grow out a little bit in the frag tank in the basement before I start working on their permanent home in the main display. Few of these, as they have broken into two frags, possibly even 3. We'll be transferring one into the main display, and the other one will be kept into the frag tank for grow out purposes. I really enjoy watching this process. I hope you guys do too. As you can see, some of these frags are super, super tiny, but I can tell you today they're still thriving, they're still doing well, and it's been, I don't know, 3-4 weeks since I've filmed this video. So happy to announce even the 1/4 inch baby frags did very well. Here are the corals in the frag tank after about a month. They've already started to encrust onto their new frag plugs, and they're doing very well. Coloration has improved as well. I have them under a little stronger lights than I did when I first started, and the yellows are really starting to pop. My Walt Disney has already started to sprout another little tip. Some beautiful tenuous Milleporas and acros. I'll keep you all posted in future videos on how well the SPS frags are doing. Thanks for watching.